Thanks for tapping. We're going to start with foot stuff today, which is really the base for good body alignment. So if you're looking to do the more athletic, hard work things, you'll need to advance a little bit through the video. But if you want to work on alignment of your feet, your ankles, your knees, hang out with me. It'll only take a few minutes, and I promise it's for our own good. So we want to start with thinking of your feet like the tires on your car. And when they are parallel, like the tires on our car, that's going to work all the way up your chain, all the way up your bones, and it's just going to help everything work better. Now, most of us, we don't walk with parallel feet. That's not how bodies work. And that's okay. We just need to think about it. So I'm going to use my yoga block. This is my favorite measuring tool, let's say. And I'm going to start and I'm going to put it between my feet, right? So they're pointed straight ahead, about yoga block width apart. And then I'm going to bring it up to my knees. So my knees are about yoga block width apart. And then everything else. I'm going to sit up tall on the edge of the chair, lengthen through the crown, zip the abs, all the things we do. And now let's just start with lifting the heels and then lifting the toes, right? Lift your heels, lift your toes. Because as our feet move, right, as they can be flat-footed, little heel, Barbie doll foot, as they roll more, that is going to make walking easier. It's going to make stairs easier. It's going to make everything easier. So starting with nimble feet. Now here's the next part, and forgive me, I'm going to have to take my socks off to really show you what's going on, but I promise it's for a reason. Think of your toes now, right? And my natural tendency is to kind of roll out to my baby toe. I'm exaggerating, right? But that's what my body wants to do. Your body might do that too, or it might have a tendency to roll in towards your big toe and your baby toe doesn't do anything. We're going to focus on that second and third toe. Think of that. We want them to be right in the middle so that our weight is evenly distributed over all 5 toes. And each foot might do a different thing, just so you have more to think about, right? But heels up, toes up, pointed straight ahead, pointing straight up. Right in here, let's do a quick side view so you can see as well. Heels up, toes up. Now the toes up may not be as gratifying as the heels up, but we just want to think of our feet almost like a rocking chair, right? Rock it forward, rock it back. And you can do these whenever, right? When you're watching TV, when you're hanging around, make sure everything's in alignment. But as our feet get easier to bend, everything we do standing up is going to get easier. All right, so let's do a million more. I'll meet you for the next thing. We get to stand and work. Now for this next segment, I'm going to recommend doing it in bare feet so you've got the best grip on your floor and the most freedom of movement, right? Sometimes if we put shoes on, it might actually limit what you're able to do. So if barefoot is an option, I think that's a great way to work. And still need my yoga block because that's going to help me keep everything in alignment. So same deal, toes pointed straight ahead, right? Abs are zipped, crown is lifted. I've got something to hang on to. I'm using the kitchen counter. In fact, I'm going to put both hands on the counter to start because I don't want to accidentally lean to one side. That's going to mess up our whole alignment thing. So parallel feet, abs are zipped. Now it's what we just did, right? Pretend you're a little kid in ballerina class again. We just lift up onto our tippy toes and then gently bring it down. That's all. Again, part of what makes the yoga block helpful is you can feel if you're gripping it, like if your knees are falling into it, or if like me, your natural tendency is to kind of roll out to your toes and then you're going to drop the block. So it just helps to keep us honest without having to use too much brain power for it, right? The block will tell you. All right, so lifting the heels, all 10 toes, working about the same amount, and then gently on the way down. Again, still lifting through our crown, right? We're doing foot stuff, but we're still using our whole body to make this happen, right? We kind of tuck our tail, give our glutes a little squeeze, right? Let your crown lift you, and just let your tush lift you, but let your feet be nimble and strong. And as always, after every few, take a quick peek, make sure your feet are still parallel. And then as far as range of motion goes, that's gonna be up to you, right? You might have fantastic range of motion in your feet, that you're way up there, like you're wearing a pair of stilettos, right? Or maybe you're just going a little bit. You work at your own range of motion. Now, if everything's going okay here, let's try one more thing. Sometimes we'll have a foot that's really smart and really mobile, and then we'll have another foot that isn't quite as helpful, but we don't want that less helpful foot to slow down the good one. So this is getting a little crazy, but try it if you've got one leg, okay? And just try to do a few. Whoa, that makes balance much harder, but that's okay. Still squish the block. Do a few, lift the heel, check on your toes, squish the block. Right, I felt myself going to my pinky toe there, right? Connect your crown and just see what the difference is between each foot. And you might have pretty even feet. Cool, lucky. Most of us don't. Okay, almost lost that one. All right, let's try the other foot now. Again, make sure everything is lifted. It's still parallel, right? There's nothing to look at it, but you can tell if it's pointed straight ahead. And let's do it. Squish the block, connect the crown, zip the abs, there we go. Ooh, balance is different on this leg. So if you have those muscle imbalances, like everyone does, if they tell you they don't have one, they're lying to you. We all have them. If you've got them, make sure to use a little extra time to work on the foot that needs a little more help so we can get them a little more even. Again, with the goal never being for them to be completely even, just to improve. And abs are zipped. All right, one more on this side, and then we'll go a little bit bigger with it. Cool. And all of these exercises, always, right? You can work them whenever, as long as it feels pleasantly difficult. You know, nothing has to be totally uncomfortable, but you know how much work your body can do. All right, let's zip up. Now here we go. Let's lift up into our heels. Cool. Now this next one might be nuts. It may not be something you're gonna do. And then let's bend our knees a little, and then bring ourselves back up, and then bring the heels down, right? So, tippy toes, bar stool, tippy toes, down. All of this, again, it's in service of strong feet, strong ankles, as well as mobile feet and mobile ankles. Because when we go outside to walk, we have to do all of this stuff on one leg. So these are call them our drills, our practice before we go walk, so that we'll be really good at walking. And connect your crown, zip the abs, check on all 10 toes, make sure they're all still doing their thing. All right, let's do one more good one for now. Again, if your body feels fine and you want to do some more, do some more. All right, this is just like trying everything on for now. One more. I'm feeling okay. All 10 toes, abs, stick the tail back and down a little, gentle yet firm grip on the block. Release it down slowly, carefully. And there we go.